But y'all have fun.
We did. And all right, we're recording. And most of you are gathered together. We'll say Echo and Dylan's character are together. They're over in just outside of Illumina on what's that here, and I will share. Let me move this here. Share this pic here. Share and go ahead and where's my brush? Come on. And you guys are right over here inside the swamp, outside of Illumina, where there's a ancient temple, and with some sages and magicians and guards that are the sages and magicians are researching it and studying it. The guards are protecting the area. On over there, you were sent there by Illumina's City Council in Pincus, and with a letter to hand to them, and they know what they'll need to do with that. One tusk, I'll bring you in a minute to make this jive together with the world setting better as far as that. And but you get there, the guards stop you. They ask, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Me and him.
Yeah, you and Dylan. Echo and Dylan.
Excuse me, sir. It's very important that I get inside. It's a matter of business. And he quickly kind of pats himself down. Was he given anything to like
a letter?
He quickly pulls out the letter and like holds it out between two fingers and flaps his wings a little bit, trying to make himself look more important than he actually is. He's kind of dressed in strange orange garb. He's got a rapier at his hip and a backpack on his back. Over his shoulder, there's a bit of rope.
Okay. And Dylan.
Yes, sir.
What's your? You're with Echo. What are you doing at this time? And what's your character's name?
So it kills a lot.
Sir kills a lot?
So it kills a lot.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. I'll rename. Let's see here, so I can more for my benefit in some ways.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. And they'll let you. They'll tell you to go ahead. You can pass, and they'll let you in. They'll tell you to see the old sage that's in there and present the letter, which he hands back to you to him.
Okay. Thank you, sir. It's very nice of you. And he kind of bows and pushes off the ground a little bit and kind of floats past them using his wings to kind of slightly hover over the ground, off the ground, just like 5 feet or so.
Okay. And the guards there stay at attention pretty much, kind of like the beefeater guards there at the castle.
Oh, Sailot, you coming along?
Oh, yes, I am. Sorry, I was daydreaming about my past. He starts to follow Echo. It sort of stumbles a little bit, trying to get back to reality.
As we're going along, I'm kind of keeping an eye out for anybody that might be following us.
All right, give me a perception roll. And you guys, you can either use digital or real dice. It's not going to hurt my feelings either way.
Okay. It's a natural 19.
Okay. You don't see anyone that's following you.
That's good. Kind of smiles widely and turns to Sir Kills-a-Lot. Kind of points ahead of him. Why don't you stick ahead of me and I'll just watch your back.
As you wish, sir.
I'll direct you from back here.
And
As you wish.
and Sir Kills-a-Lot. Why don't you give us a description of what Sir Kills-a-Lot looks like?
He's a barbarian war veteran that wants to go back on adventuring, but he's a dragonborn with looks like gold, and he has more gold, like gold armor back at home, but he didn't bring it with him because he's afraid that his armor might be taken away. It was a family heirloom, and so he kept it at the house.
All right. And as you guys are going on in, you'll notice that there seems to be a couple wizard types that look there. You see one with a robe that has some strange signs and sigils on it. You have another one that seems to be using a staff or something like that. But off to the one side, you see a very old man that has an ancient tome that's flipping through the pages and saying, ooh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. And it seems like he has a young human assistant that's at his side that's actually holding the book for him as he's doing this. What are y'all doing?
I sort of tapped and said, well, before I tapped the old man on the shoulder, I said, excuse me, sir, but we are here on a normal journey on this letter. And I stepped aside, and then Echo proceeds with the letter.
Okay, and he will slowly pick up his face and say from the book and say, yes, what do you two need? What are you doing here?
WA2NAN, repeater.
Like I said, I was on me and my companion here are on a journey for this adventure that Echo received and picked me up from.
And he'll look at Echo and you?
He produces the letter and kind of states that he was to understand that there might be coin involved.
Oh, I don't handle coinage, but I'm sure the council and Pincus is going to pay you very handsomely if you're successful, because only the most daring adventures come through here for us to get to ancient places.
That's interesting. He kind of, as he's watching this sage-like individual, he kind of makes his way over and, excuse me, but is this a spell book?
No, it's just an ancient tome of that we found that has some history and instructions of some ancient rituals and such.
Ah, Well, maybe one day I can find somebody that can teach me. I'm still trying to get all the funds I need to become a student of sorts of the Arcanus.
He says, yeah. Cesarac over there, the old one that has the robe with all the crazy glyphs on it, on his robe, that would be the one I would talk to. He's well connected in Illumina with the Wizards Guild and such. He might be able to arrange such a thing as far as that. But,
He beams a smile and extends a hand
okay.
to shake it in thanks and kind of bows.
And he'll take your hand, he'll shake it, and he'll say, "Thank you." And do you have some instructions for me?
Maybe Pincus is around, or maybe we can find out more about this. And he opens the letter and kind of points to what all of it says. And
okay, and he'll take the letter and he'll say, "You two, over here, hurry, stand right here." And you're about in the center of the temple, over the old ruins, and you'll say, "You don't move. Stay right there." And he goes over to this rock pedestal, and you see that there's a grouping of crystals, and he moves them in a certain pattern, placing them in certain areas. And the next thing you know, it bursts with a bright blue, and then all of a sudden you find yourself looking at black, and then coming over to a nice bright blue again. And right there, we'll hold that for a moment, and I'm going to get one tusk in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right before you do that, do you mind? Is this transportation magic? Would I know? Like, I do have some arcane training.
You can roll Arcana, and
it's probably I'm probably not gonna guess it, but I mean, like, because those checks are ridiculously hard. But actually,
roll it and see.
24.
Okay. Yeah, you know it is some form of transportation magic. You're just not sure what it is and how it works. You just know that
it's up there.
It's some kind of transportation magic, and
all right. More on that after one tusk.
So, one tusk.
Yes.
You're on the Isle of Dorse, and you've been out stumbling, lost in the wilds, and
damn poachers! They would not escape me in my holy wrath.
And let me see here. I'll bring that up, and then share this. Yeah.
Tempest will have great vengeance upon those poachers, those who hunt my kindred.
And you over here have been out through the woods and such. And let me make this a different color so it's easier to see. The white one. And you've been coming through the forest over here, and you stumble across this old ruins that you've never seen before. That's here, right over here. Then you see this blue flash inside the ruins.
What unholy magic is this?
Or just outside of it. And then go ahead and I'll give you the spotlight here to describe your character to our those that will be watching this, and also
Sure.
to the other two player characters.
So if you was there, or let's say the camera was on One Tusk. As the camera looks at One Tusk, he is a 6'6" tall Loxton individual. A Loxton is a elephant race. Elephant race, and he has one tusk and one full tusk. He has many scars of war and battle, and he is a cleric of the mighty what is it Tempest. He serves Tempest, the the war goddess, the war god Tempest. He has official. He doesn't wear any armor. He has official ceremonial robes only, and carries a big warhammer and a sort of shield with him. He has his holy books, which he carries with him, which is his arcane focus, where he keeps all his spells and memories of those spells that he has learned from his temple. But he's on a personal mission to find the poachers and the hunters that have hunted out his species and taken his tusk away from him. So he's on a personal vendetta mission, but also at the same time serving his god and doing his god's will.
All right. Thank you for that. And you see, One Tusk, you see this light that hits what looks to be inside these old ruins. There kills a lot and Echo. As the light and the blue light opens on up from the flash, you see these ruins that are about you. Right there, they'll look somewhat like this right here, and stop sharing this aspect, and I'll share this aspect right here. And
Charlie.
Yeah.
Can you skip me for a few turns because I'm eating right now?
Say what?
Can you skip me a few turns? I'm eating right now.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So put myself on autopilot.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep. But up in here in the left-hand corner, you can see what looks to be the ruins that you flash into from the perspective that you would have looking on into it, into the looking into this direction over there. You guys all see that, and that's what you see. One Tusk is just seeing the brilliant blue light coming from the one side of it where you guys come on into it. So what are you guys doing?
All right. One Tusk will go, "Oh my, a bright blue light. What strange and unusual magics of the unknown gods have struck in this temple. I must investigate and see what unholy darkness lurks in this temple." And with his rays of his trunk, he will activate Thaumaturgy, the spell, and with a mighty blast of his trumpet, echoing through the temples, he'll blast the sounds of his god Tempest and declare war upon the unholy magics of this realm.
Okay, and Echo and Sir Killslot, you hear this loud sound coming from outside of the area that you just materialized into? What do you?
So I imagine Echo would probably immediately try and find something to hide behind. Just quickly dart behind it.
Okay, no, no problem. It is.
And Sir Kills-a-Lot probably will stand there with his weapon ready. Like, at least I don't. He seems like the type to do that.
Yes, he. He is a barbarian, so. So you guys have traveled some together, and so yeah, that's a reasonable assessment. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth check. There's plenty of places to find the hide within quick action.
Like, cool. Yeah. A 19.
Okay. Just keep that in mind there.
Yep.
Mark that down because it's more so. So one touch. You blow your horn.
Mm-hmm.
You make your speech.
Yep.
What are you doing? What are you doing there?
All right. So once I done that, once I done my declaration, I shall touch my tusk, one that is complete, and cast upon my tusk a mighty spell of light. So now my tusk.
Oh God!
Now my tusk glows with a great light, with a great a great bright light of energy from my god, as I slowly walk to the temple with hammer and shield at the ready. I shall approach the doors of the temple, raising my trunk and sniffing around to see what I can oh no, that's the wrong one. What is it? Oh, here you go. Where is it? Keen smell. I shall use my keen smell. I shall use my keen sense of smell as I slowly come towards the archway of the door to see if I can smell the presence of the undead.
Okay, all right. Now with all that, it is daylight, so your glowing tusk is not so distinctly noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
Do give me a perception check.
All right. Since I'm using my sense, would I get advantage because it's smell?
Yes, you will.
All right. All right. So this is my smell. All right. So this is the smell. My mighty smell. All right. So I smell, and then this is my eyes. So this is my normal eyes.
No, don't worry about it. It's all rolled into one. That's
okay.
That's what gives you on your perception. It's just that you have advantage because of the keen smell. You're using your ears, your nose, your eyes when you're using perception.
Okay.
All right. You smell a strong, the best way to put it, a strong ozone smell. Like a massive lightning bolt has struck the area. You know what that smells like, right?
Okay.
With the when you have the lightning and like that, and you have that or electrical arc, and you smell the ozone that it hits with the air about it. So.
Okay. I ready my shield, and walk in slowly into the temple, and like with my ears like open up wide and my trunk sniffing around, glowing with bright glowing light. What unholy magics have occurred here? Show yourself, wizard, or are you a coward?
You guys hear this and see this. You see this barbarian standing out there in a ready position. as far as that, and so
I shout to the barbarian and I say, be you friend or foe?
well, he seems to be stunned a bit, standing still in that ready action. You do see him looking around, and he does seem a little startled. From your interpretation, would be from seeing you, like almost like he's never seen a beast like you before, and this, and basically, somewhat Echo, you would have that same sense of you haven't seen this type of beast before, but since you're right there, I'll let you play that on out and turn the
At this point, Echo will casually kind of step around from the corner he was hiding behind and hold his hands up, and he says, "Relax, friend. It is
A demon! A mighty demon of hell! Dreaded demons! Where did you came from?"
Oh my goodness! All right, let Echo do Echo's thing.
I said, "Calm down, relax, friend. It's no need to be all high and mighty about it. I'm no demon. I am their kin, but I'm not like them."
Oh, you look like a demon. You have horns and wings, and the devilish pickfork by your
And you
side.
look like a giant gray cow, but you're not one, surely.
Indeed, I am not. I am One Tusk. I'm mighty Loxton of the mighty god of Tempest. I mean no harm. I have come here to investigate the unusual magics that has happened here. A great lightning, a great flash I saw appear, and I have come to investigate what caused it.
That was us. We apparently were transported here through means of lightning. I don't know. It's very strange. Maybe one day I will understand it fully.
Great heresy! Oh, these wizards! Oh, they do not know the powers of the great gods. How dare they dabble with such things?
And Echo and Kills a lot. You guys will know that you're there to reclaim a dangerous magical item. That's
And it's here at the ruins, or
yes,
okay.
somewhere's around here at the ruin, and that it's called the blood red ruby. As far as that's the only thing that they got from the old scrolls and pages out of some old tomes that they could find was the general location and the what the name of it is. Whether or not that's actually what it is, they're not sure, but that's what it's called. And Pincus lets you know that this is a very chaotic type of item. So things may not always seem as they appear. And he gave you a gray stone box about the size of a shoebox. He said, once you find it, try to put it in here. It'll help protect you from its chaos magic. So
Sounds good.
that's what you know there. And if you want to share that with One Tusk, that's up to your character.
Yeah, I'll definitely not. I'm not gonna let anybody get harmed by this. I hope to one day be a wizard myself, and I wouldn't be a very good wizard if I just let people mindlessly touch magical items and get harmed by them.
Yeah. There you go. Travel on adventure.
So you see Echo kind of look around immediately, try and get his bearings, which way he should go. So he kind of looks around at some of the different like passageways, see if what the best route would possibly be to go about searching for this item.
All right.
He'll say,
Give me a perception check. And what are you doing, One Tusk?
I'll say, strangers of the great storm that has come here. I do not know what your purpose is or what you are doing here, but if you need my aid, I'd be happy to help. But if not, then I'll be on my way.
Yeah. We probably need your help, sir. If nothing else, you can take hits for me.
I do not take heads. I
Not
smash
heads.
them.
Not heads, hits.
I'm not as strong as your friend over there, that dragonborn, I'm guessing, whatever he may be. But yeah, I'm very good in the arts, or in the arcane arts of healing and protecting my foes, my friends.
So it kills a lot. So, what's your reaction to this?
Are you back yet?
That was kind of my my feeler to see.
I see hands.
Yeah, the barbarian just kind of stands there, almost like he's a mute, and still in amazement. To see something as strange and odd as you. And the thing that should get you, One Tusk, is that as strange as he was looking at you, you should be probably processing. He's looking this strange at me, but yet he has been traveling with Echo, who to you would be somewhat unique.
Indeed. Well then, my unique people of this strange lightning cloud that you came from, I shall help you in your little quest, whatever it may be. But my powers and my divinity only has its limits. But I'll do my best to help you in your good cause.
Give me some perception check. Right.
All right.
So I got 11.
Okay.
Perception.
Yep.
All right.
Damn.
That 11 was assuming advantage from, I'm assuming One Tusk wanted to help with his sniffing.
Yeah. Well, you guys, One Tusk would seem to notice that there's some shadows that seem to be moving about in the shadows of the rocks, and so would you, as his nose or his trunk kind of goes over into the direction of where those shadows seem to be, and helps you focus onto
And I pick up
like something's there, but
Seems as though your trunk has brought your friends to us.
it seems so. With that, I pick up a little rock and cast light upon it and chuck it at the shadows and say, "Come forth, enemies of darkness! Show yourselves and be prepared to be smited by the mighty tempest gods."
And
Sorry, I'd have to be all neutral. I'm
You're
so
like the anti-me. Thanks.
yeah.
roll. Give me a roll to hit.
God.
Where you're throwing this
Alright, I'm
light
gonna use my
rock.
alright, I'm gonna use my strength. A 9.
Okay. It doesn't seem to go where you were planning it to go. It goes kind of close, but nothing seems to come out from that direction. Yeah, it's not as shadowy over there as it kind of was, but there's still shadows. The shadows seem to changed and warped a bit around the ruins in this ruin.
I shall use my thaumaturgy to blast a mighty trumpet sound from my nozzle.
As I see him do that, can I stop him, please?
You can try.
What I need to do to try and like tell him to be quiet.
You can tell him to be quiet. No.
I'll just go.
Do a dex. I guess a dex
Or an initiative check, maybe.
A grapple. Yeah, we can do initiative checks for this. Let's see who goes first.
Okay.
It's really not initiative, but it's the best way to handle it.
9.
I got a. What you get? Got a 15.
Yeah, he got a 15.
I'm not that fast.
And you got what?
I'm
Echo?
very slow.
So as he's building up, I immediately like kind of put my hand over on his trunk and trying to say, "Shh." The last time you did that, it brought them here. I kind of, and I immediately try and find something to kind of duck behind, away from these shadows that have been like kind of trying to surround us. Apparently,
let them come. Let them face the mighty wrath of Tempest. He shall bring unholy war upon them and smite them from the world.
Echo, give me a stealth check. Like I said, this is a ruin, so it's real easy to find places to hide behind.
Okay. Not my best hide ever. 10.
10? Okay. Let me see about them. Okay. And you're hiding there. And One Tusk is going on, threatening them with the powers of his deity. Sir Kills a Lot. Hello, Sir Kills a Lot.
If he's there.
You're calling Sir Kills a Lot.
What level barbarian is he?
Let's see here. What did he? He had it in the chat there. Let me stop sharing this screen. Let's see here. Level 2.
Okay.
As far as that, and this on down here.
That's David.
That's David. Oh, One Tusk. Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was Bill. Sir Kills a Lot. So
He probably has a plus 5 to hit.
He's either first or second.
He's probably got a plus 5 to hit. I'd imagine he'd probably go over there and try and hit whatever's following us. Do you want me to roll it for him?
Yeah, roll his perception. Give him advantage since you guys have.
I don't know what his perception is.
Dylan, you're back. Roll perception. Hello, Dylan.
He don't have his ears on.
No, he sure. Let me type it. Put your ears on. Roll. Dylan is not in this meeting? What are you talking about?
He's talking to someone or somebody.
That shouldn't have had anything to do with.
He's eating. He's still eating. It's
All right, roll. Go ahead and roll it. There, Sam.
I'll just roll a flat one because I don't know what his stuff is. I don't know what his bonus is, but I got a natural 19.
All right. He'll go over in that general direction where the light is and like that. And
I wish I knew what weapon he had so I could roll damage for him.
I wish I did too. But okay. We'll use the tropish war axe, I guess, for him for right now, until we know better. He's still not in this meeting. I don't know why it keeps telling me that. But, let's see here. Should. I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, my dude's
He's still out of there.
pretty righteous.
All right. Let me see about getting a hold of him through Messenger here. As far as that, but go ahead and roll your Dylan's roll to hit.
With a +5, that's a 9 to hit.
All right, he hits upon some of the fallen stone. You see sparks fling on up, and if you want to, you can roll initiative. If not, that's not a figure.
I'll roll one. And
Okay.
13.
Dylan got a 9, whatever his mod is.
All right. All right. Ready? And there you go. I'm back. All right. And yeah. Okay. And what are you guys doing? We'll take it from the initiative rolls that you got. You said Dylan had a 9?
Yep.
Okay. Who had a 19? Did I hear someone had a 19?
No, I
got 13.
13. Okay. And what did you get?
I got a 23.
23.
Oh, you're very fast, my little demon friend.
All right. Go ahead, Echo.
Still can barely hear y'all.
Welcome back. We need you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, this is better. I forgot to turn on my volume.
It's all good. So Echo is going to pop out with a short bow just kind of pop a shot at the general direction. He'll probably get a disadvantage since he can't really see anything yet.
Go ahead and roll.
Is it just a normal roll since I was hidden?
There's light over in that area
Okay.
from the lit up rock.
Okay.
Wait, what did I miss?
You guys are in initiative right at the moment. You got a 9. All right.
It's 18 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
You want me to add that 9 to my bonuses?
We just winged it for you right at the moment. It's not as critical as what you might think. As far as those things go.
So I did technically have advantage for this, right?
You had advantage. You had advantage for it. Don't worry about rolling up damage. Well, you can if you want. You see your arrow hit the rock wall behind it.
So it doesn't look like it did anything.
No, you don't. Right at the moment, you don't seem to be seeing the enemy, if there is an enemy.
Okay.
But I'm having you guys step through your initiative rolls for action purpose.
Okay. I'm going to use my cunning action. I'm going to use my move action first to try and break line of sight of where I just shot again.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. Roll me a stealth.
Uh, 14 this time. I'm doing a little bit better now.
Okay. Is that all that you're going to want to do?
And that's my turn.
All righty. One tusk. You see your new compadre go running off to the right and then jump behind some rubble, and you don't notice him anymore. The barbarian is over there where you threw the lit rock, and with his weapon, which Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong, were you using a battle axe?
Yes, sir. No, a great axe.
Great axe, okay. With a great axe, where he hit the stone and sparks flew on up. So it's your turn, though, One Tusk.
All right. And once again, I sort of like just take the. I wish to ready an action. So I raise my shield and ready my warhammer.
Okay. What's going to be the trigger?
If something if I see something come towards me or trying to attack me, I want to
all right, I got
it. Swing at it.
And our mighty Sir Kills a Lot Barbarian, you're over there. You just hit a large piece of stone, and sparks flew up from your great axe. You see some light amongst some shadows of fallen stones and such that looks very similar to what One Tusk cast light upon and threw over there. What are you doing?
I will keep on hitting the rock, but also get ready for battle.
Okay, you're gonna keep hitting the rock. Okay, you keep hitting the rock. Sparks are going on up. Roll me some damage.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Okay. And that would be my strength modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me check my strength modifier first. Oh, good in there. That's right. Here I come. Okay, my strength modifier is a 3. And that's a D20, right?
No, that would be on whatever your weapon type is, which is you said a great axe, so that is
A 12.
a D12.
Okay. I got a 9 again.
Okay, you see chips coming out of the stone as you're hitting it. All right, we're back up to the top of the niche with Echo.
I guess I'll use my action this time to kind of actively look around, see if I can't spot something other than us.
Oh, okay. Give me a perception check with advantage.
It's 13 this time.
All right. You notice it looked like some like some of the shadows moved and went down into this darker grouping of rock wall.
Mm, I've used my full turn to just spot these things. I'll use my bonus action to call out to everyone and point that direction. They're over there. They're over there.
All right, that's a free action. That's a verbal simple. So if you use your bonus action for something else, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a bonus action to disengage from that area.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm gonna I guess essentially double move away from it.
Okay, no problem.
I still haven't used my move.
All right, no problem. So you're going, but what I need to know is where are you moving to? Further to the right, further to the left, back as far as you can go. Some of the area in here will be difficult terrain depending on which direction that you
go. So direction opposite where I just pointed out for them.
All right.
Just not over things, around them if I have to.
All right, that's no problem. You'll get around. You seem to be going further to the right, almost like you're trying to come around the blanket in that way.
Okay.
Righty. One Tusk. You hear they're over there, and you see your partner in arms. He seems to be moving dodgily around some of the debris on the ground and over to the one side.
Okay, I pick up another pebble from the ground and cast light upon it and chuck it in that direction. Ah!
Towards me?
Towards the enemy that he pointed at.
Okay. He's pointing at. Okay.
Good.
Give me a roll to hit.
Athletics.
No, strength.
Oh, strength?
Yeah.
All right, strength. An 8.
An 8. Okay. Roll a D4 for me. And this way I know which way, if it went to the left or if it went to the right. A 2. Okay, it went over to the left. Sir Killsalot, you see this stone coming towards and past your head, and it seems like it just misses your great axe as you swung down. Is that all you do in one tusk?
Yep, I just take the prepared action once again. Like, if anything comes towards me, I gotta smack it with my hammer.
All right. Sir Killsalot.
Yes, sir.
You see this stone coming past you, you pounding on this rock. Yeah, the stone seems to be awful bright, kind of like the one you were looking at before on the other side of this old boulder that you or pillar. Or it looks like a piece of pillar, or such, or stone wall that had fell that's in ruin. What are you doing?
Um, can you repeat that again?
All right. As you were hitting the stone rock or pillar, piece of ruins there, you see this stone with that seems awful bright, like light coming past your great axe and missing your great axe, missing you, and landing off to the left of you.
Which way is the? I will go in race mode and cause 20 feet in the direction that that's the how far is the pebble?
The pebble's probably about 15 feet in front of you.
I will charge 20 feet in front of the pebble. Like 15 plus 5 more feet in front of the pebble.
All right. And let's see here. When you do, you see, and only you see this. And you doing anything else there, so Sir Kills a lot.
I started looking around to see if there's any more rocks to smash.
All right. Give me a perception check.
That one is a D20, right?
Yes, that's a D20.
With my wisdom modifier?
Yes.
Okay. So normal roll because I don't have no wisdom modifier. I got a 19.
All right. You see what you see there. That's all you're doing?
And I'll start smacking on some rocks if I can get another turn, right?
Well, you can hit some rock if you want. That's up to you. And you'll have some sparks going from hitting it with your great axe. And
yeah.
All right. Then we'll go back up to the top of the order to Echo. You see your barbarian friend Sir Kills a lot kind of disappears from your sight. He charged. He's like he lost his mind and charged on into this black, darkened area.
Well, that can't be good. I guess what I'll do is tell. Well, he can see it too, so I don't need to point that out. I'll just start making my way over that direction.
Okay.
Can I dash with my cunning action? I think I can.
Yes. You can.
Okay, so I will use my action to dash that direction.
All right.
I'm trying to keep from us getting separated here.
Yep. You'll get over there and you'll see Sir Kills a lot pounding upon some of the rubble rock that lays about, and you see this same visage out in front of you about 40 feet.
Maybe this is where we're supposed to go. Maybe the spirits were guiding us here.
So is that all you're doing?
I'll ready an action should something attack me. I want to shoot at it.
Okay. and 1 tusk.
Is he like by himself now?
Pretty much.
Okay. I walk forward and follow the Dragonborn, I guess, because I can see him.
Dragonborn?
So, yeah,
Oh,
whatever. I follow Dylan's character. So I follow Sir Kids a lot, the unusual dragon, dragon, and yeah, that's what I'll do.
It's a wingless dragon and a winged
Yeah.
demon.
It's a keen party, a unique races. All right, you get over there. You see Sir Kills-a-Lot pounding upon this stone and sparks flying. You see Echo over there, kind of being ready, looking about, just in case something pops out. You see the same visage that you see here, about 40 feet in front of you when you get there, and that's what you have. So,
All right. So can I do a history check to see what I know about this? Place or not?
okay, yeah.
I mean, does it look religious? Does it look quite old?
It looks very, very, very old, as
Fine.
expected here in the picture. Religious,
Okay.
you can't really say so, but roll your knowledge history at disadvantage.
All right. Okay. All right. I go and fine. I go and I sort of look at it and sort of go, what sort of ancient? And I got 11.
All right, you're not sure if this was a holy place, if it was just an entrance to a stronghold or a keep, or what. From this distance of 40 feet back, it's really hard to tell what it is.
And I wish to step closer with my lighted tusk up. With my shield raised.
Yep, everybody seems to see a little bit better in here when you get here. Besides the stone you threw and the lighted tusk that's going on, as far as that. So that is what you have there.
Okay. Can I do like a quick investigation roll to see if there's any ancient, like memorial pictures on the wall, on the stones, not
at the moment.
Okay.
Let me get to Dylan and see if we're going to drop out of the niche or not. Dylan, what are you doing since you're the last on this?
Oh, okay. What has happened so far? I was trying to get myself a response to cigarette.
All right. Your partners have shown up behind you. You're seeing a little bit better. Besides seeing 40 feet in front of you is what you're seeing. There doesn't, at the moment, appear to be any threat. Are you going to continue to tack on, or?
Yes, I am going to continue to
Hassan or Echo will kind of immediately, like, as he sees this barbarian just aimlessly attacking the rubble and whatnot, he shakes his head and speaks to him. Maybe we don't do that anymore. Maybe there's nothing here.
Okay. So we have street light now.
You have fair light. It's a little bit better than dim, but you can see what you're seeing there, up there 40 feet in front of you. If our barbarian friend's not attacking anymore, then we're not going to be in the niche, and you guys can proceed to do what you want to as a party.
Yeah, I'm not attacking anymore.
Oh, okay.
Selot, what do you think? What do you think we should do? I'm confused how we wound up here. Hello?
Hello?
I heard you. I'm just waiting for the responses.
Thalot, what do you think we should do? I'm confused how we wound up here.
Go through the doors.
You think we should go through those doors? They look very ominous. But if you insist, he kind of points over to you and went us. Maybe you giants should go first. Eh?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right.
And I follow behind.
Okay.
I'm hiding behind one tusk.
All right. That's easy enough. All that. You guys get up to that, up to the. Let's see here. You're seeing this picture, right?
Yeah.
It looks like doors.
Yep. You get up to about here where the archway is, and you're not noticing anything other than the stones. If you want to do anything from there, you will find some certain things. But in the back, you'll notice that there are these heavy stone doors right here in the center of it.
I want to look around and make sure that there's nothing like arcane on these doors.
All right. Give me a perception check.
It's an 8.
You don't notice anything. To you, they look like standard ancient stone doors.
And there's no markings on them at all, like obvious ones at all.
No obvious markings that you see.
Okay.
I wish to. I use my keen sense of smell. Okay, and I want to investigate to see if I can smell anything unusual about the door. Like if there's something unusually gonna happen about this door.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
All right. You feel like that you wanted to kind of vomit a little bit, but you're able to control it. The smell of decay and mold and mildew was pretty strong.
Okay. All right. And, can I investigate the door to see if it's like trapped or?
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. Yeah, you can if you want to. Go ahead and roll me an investigate.
Here we go.
But tell me how you're investigating.
I'm sort of like feeling it with my trunk, because my trunk is the most awesome part of my body, because the elephant's trunk can pick up the most detailed things when it touches things. Believe it or not, it's the most sensitive part of a elephant's muscle.
Yeah, but it still only gives you giving you for investigation an advantage on your perception or investigation.
Which I rolled, which was a 19.
As far as that, and you find nothing.
Okay. And I sort of say, turn to my friends, this door is not trapped by the looks of it.
Good, and maybe then you should open it.
I sort of like, and I look to One Kills and say, help me, One Kills. I'm not as strong and young as you are, but hopefully with your strength and my strength, we can push this thing open.
Okay, you give me a strength athletics check.
Okay.
Would
Is that
it be an advantage since they're both doing it, or no?
No, actually at disadvantage. Well, it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I roll it as normal. I roll it as normal then.
All right.
I haven't got much athletics. All right, and I got 9. I'm not that strong when it comes to athletics.
It doesn't seem to budge.
The door is very heavy.
Oh well, maybe we should leave then. Sailot, are you going to open the door?
Is he back? Sir Kill-A-Lot.
Yes, I'm going to open up the door. Sorry, I'm trying to check out something.
All right. Well, go ahead. How you gonna try to open up the door?
I'm going to rip them open with my best strength.
Yeah, but how? You pushing in? You pushing, sliding across, trying to pull out?
Push them in.
All right.
And that's a D20 with my strength modifier, right?
Correct.
I got a 19.
All right. He doesn't seem to budge.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't budge.
Oh, come on.
Maybe you pull the door open instead.
All right, let's try and pull it open.
Can I pull it open?
You guys can attempt to. One of you, either Sir Kills-A-Lot or One Tusk, roll with advantage.
Okay. You do it one task. You got more. You do it one kills a lot. You got more strength than me. So roll with advantage.
And can I get cool thing?
Get what?
The cool.
Just roll advantage. Plus your strength.
Just roll advantage with your strength modifier. D20 twice.
Okay.
And the highest one, yeah.
How much credit?
I'm having a hard time hearing you there, Sir Kills-A-Lot.
He's got his mic way far away from his mouth.
It sounds it.
I think he's also at Walmart.
All right, let's try and put it.
All right.
He's only got +3, so it's just roll 2d20 and add 3.
Okay, I got 11 myself.
With advantage?
Yeah. I'm not like strong. I only got +1 strength.
All right.
I'm more sort of like I'm more hearty and more wisdomy character.
You see it scrape. You hear the noise of rock upon rock and dust, and it seems to pull on out only about a foot and a half.
Okay. It looks like it pulls outwards, my friends. Let us keep on pulling it. All right, so I'm going to keep pulling it with my barbaric.
Budge.
Oh, it doesn't budge.
I'll go check it out. And he'll kind of like try and squeeze in through the opening.
There's not really an opening. It just pulled out from the sides of the wall that far.
Mm-hmm.
But give me a perception check since you're going over there and your intent was to kind of squeeze in.
I've
5. Hold on.
Damn, that's
yeah, I'm trying to go inside.
I mean, it's I mean,
Do I hit my head on a rock or something, trying to go into something I can't?
you bump your nose, but does someone want you got inspiration or someone want to give you advantage?
I've got an inspiration, but I'm not worried about it.
Oh,
No, I haven't got one.
okay.
I'm sort of saving it. I'm saving it for a special occasion.
Apparently, this is not to where you're going at. Wonderful.
As you bump your nose into the wall, because this is where you go in. I can't. The dice are terrible, and I don't want. And this would kill the game, so I got to. You notice that on the side down by about a foot up off the floor
Mm-hmm.
looks to be a dark hole, like almost like a keyhole.
We had no key though. I kind of look around. I rummage through my backpack and hand I'll give Sailot a my crowbar and say, maybe you can break it open.
I trusted crowbar. Yeah, let us see how well this works.
Yes.
So with the crowbar, I sort of pound it into the door and try to use the.
Is Dylan with us? Is Dylan with us?
I know he has his audio muted, so and his head's not moving, but he looks like he's outside. So I think he is, but isn't. There we go. He's moving again.
Huh.
You with us, Dylan?
He's muted.
You're muted. Oh,
Sorry about that.
There we
I
go.
was helping my mom or something.
all right.
So sorry.
Hey,
Go ahead.
do you? I'm gonna give you a crowbar and see if that helps at all. I don't know.
What are we doing right now? Trying to pry the doors open?
Yeah, there's a key. I point out the keyhole, but we don't have a key.
And we don't have a key, Smith. You know, fucked up keyhole.
Yeah, so the only thing I can come up with is this.
Okay, give me the crowbar.
Okay.
Well, I'll find my mom's car.
All right.
Okay, give me the crowbar.
I hand it to you.
All right. Are all who's helping on this crowbar, if any?
I am helping.
All
I'm
right.
helping.
If we break the crowbar, oh well. I don't care at this point.
So it's my strength modifier plus D20, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But y'all both I get advantage, and I think since y'all are helping, I don't know what that would entail.
I
Well,
got a 21.
all right. The crowbar gives you advantage anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
but yeah, it pops open. You hear like almost like some stone breaking, and it pops open. It comes open it comes another 3 feet forward when you do that. So it gives you about a 4.5 foot wide hole or entrance to be able to squeeze into if you need to squeeze. And if you don't, then you don't.
Okay, I'll try and squeeze in there. Can I tuck my wings in and
All right.
wrap them around me if I need to, even?
It is very, very dark.
One Tusk, you think you could cast light on this? And he kind of sticks the tip of his rapier out.
Sure, why not? I touch the edge. I touch the rapier and cast light upon your rapier.
All right. So you got torch light, basically, that you'll see. And you'll see this this large hallway that's about 20 feet tall. about 15 feet wide. As we go on back, and it's dark. It seems to be a stone floor that's very, very smooth.
Take a sniff and look around quickly, just trying to see what I can see immediately, like if there's anything additional that maybe I might have missed at a first cursory glance of the room.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
It's a 20 this time.
All right. It's not so much of what you saw, but you thought you heard some footsteps. Down into the darkness, moving, almost like moving,
Further in?
Yeah, almost like moving away from the light.
Yeah, I'll call over. Y'all going to come with me? It's pretty safe. I think there's something at the edge of the light, but I can't quite make it out.
Fine. Tusk tries to sort of squeeze in a bit and pass the door and cast light upon his tusk as he follows as he goes beyond the door.
The light goes out on my rapier at this point, I believe.
Okay. All right. I just walk forward then and look around and
I'll move behind him swiftly.
All right.
And I wish to do a perception roll to see what's going on.
Right.
So once again,
go ahead and roll it, and I want to get Sir Kills a lot in here so I know what he's doing. If he's staying outside or if he's following.
Saylot, you with us still?
Dylan.
And he's dropped completely.
Okay, we'll say he's bringing up the rear then. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You smell that same dusty, moldy, mildewy smell around. But with your big ears, you do hear some footsteps coming up, not up, but down in the distance, in the dark from you.
Okay. So I shall pull out. I shall get my sling, and I wish to sling a stone in that direction.
Well, let's roll for a minute, or we can keep the one we have. Up here.
Fine.
Do you want to roll again, David?
Yeah, I'll roll again. I got a 10.
Okay.
16. It's almost the same.
Roll.
He probably doesn't have anything for it.
Oh, I wasn't rolling for that. For him.
He's got a 14.
Okay. Yeah.
If it matters.
Yep.
We already know what weapon he's got and what class he is, so.
Okay. For them and let's see. Okay. Let me see here. And big fella. Advantage. Them and that. Does a 14 hit your armor class there, big fella? I don't.
No.
Coming by and hitting your shield, you feel impact of something, and you hear almost like metal on metal sound coming from that, and okay, and from that we'll go over to Echo.
Okay. So I guess I'll look around I'll kind of peek around one tusk and see what I can see.
Okay. Roll me a perception with disadvantage.
He has got a light on his sword.
No, you've got it on your tusk.
You got it on.
Oh yeah, I got it on the task.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's not a real bright light. It's like a torch light, so it's limited.
Well, it's 20-foot radius. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 9.
9. All right. You don't notice anything. You think that you saw something move out there in front of you, but it looked to be a little bit of a ways off.
Is this magical darkness?
No.
I have dark vision 60 feet, so I don't know if I can see it.
Yeah, you would be. If you had dark vision 60 feet, you would use the light. You see this dark little figure darting back and forth and down about 40 feet in front of you.
I'm going to try and attack it with my short bow.
All right, go ahead and shoot.
It's probably still a disadvantage because that don't change, I don't think. No, it does. It's up to the GM. I don't know. I'm just going to roll.
Yeah, just go ahead and shoot.
18 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
Would I have sneak attack or no?
No, because he knows that you're there. He doesn't have advantage. You
Okay.
don't have advantage at the moment.
Okay, so he'll take 8 piercing damage as I shoot him, whatever it is.
You hear a gasp of air.
Stand down or I'll shoot again.
And then it's Dylan, or kills a lot, but he's here at the moment. So
free action, 40 feet in front of us. That's where he's at.
yeah,
Fine.
He doesn't have dark vision. So.
Okay. So with one tusk, with his glowing tusk.
We'll say he's 20 feet. That way he can see where he's at. He's moved up 20 feet and ready in action.
All right.
Go ahead, one tusk.
Okay, so one tusk with the hairs of echo saying the enemy is within 40 feet in front of him. One tusk raises his shield upwards, and stomps 30 feet towards the enemy. Boom, 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 boom.
All right.
And what do I see the enemy?
You see I'll say you see what appears to be a dark, shadow.
Okay.
Hold on here. Let me stop. We don't need this up now at that point. And right here, I want to pop that down and what you'll be seeing is something that looks similar to this right here.
Ooh.
Right, and the bottom one here
Oh, okay.
Okay.
is what you're seeing at the moment.
All right. All right. So it's in front of me. I mean, because I'm 10 feet away from it, and I.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Does it look like? Does it look like it's got like darkness on it then? Like
No,
spell darkness or something on it.
no, because you would basically know that the spell darkness, your light would be put out.
Right. Okay.
And you wouldn't see anything in front of you.
I wouldn't be able to see him.
No.
Alright. So what I'll do is I just with this, because I had a pebble in my hand. Remember, I just tossed the pebble between his feet, in front of me, just toss it between at his feet, so I cast I touch a stone and throw a stone in between his feet, so that he now emanates light
Well,
and people can see him.
First things first. Give me a roll to hit.
All right.
So we can tell how close to your target you go, and at the same time, the light on your tusk goes out.
All right. So strength roll.
Yep.
All right, 19.
Okay, it's between his feet. That's no problem.
Cool.
All right, and is that all you're doing?
Just raise my shield, and hold my hammer firmly in my hands, preparing for preparing so in other words, I'm if he comes and attacks me, I wish to swing my hammer.
Okay. He does move up to hit you. Go ahead and take your ready to action.
Okay. Warhammer! Roar! Push!
And you miss.
Okay.
And let's see about him. Ooh. All right. 19 hit you?
Yes.
All right. And take 5 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
And okay, after that is Echo. It's your turn. You see this little dark figure stab the meat shield that's standing in front of you. And
I'm going to move back into the edge of the darkness if I can.
Fine. Yeah.
And then I'm going to fire another shot since I've got a friend right next to him now.
Okay.
He probably has some cover from my friend, though. Is it a -2 or a -5?
It's just -2.
Okay.
Since this is considered a small type being.
How's a 14?
That will hit.
I'll get my sneak attack on this. I should, right? Let me make sure. Let me double check. I believe it's if I don't need advantage if another enemy is within 5 feet of it. And I don't have disadvantage on the attack roll, so yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Max damage, 15.
All right. You're far enough out. It's not going to matter. The one tusk, give me a Constitution saving throw. And I can take the Constitution saving throw for Sir Kills a lot, so I know what.
19.
19. Okay.
His Constitution was his stat.
It's just what this beast is. You see this light flash on up, and all right, let me double check. And your robes are on fire. And you see Sir Kills a lot. Skins and backpack and such on fire. Anything that's not magic items or metal are on fire at the moment.
Did that drop the thing?
Well, you don't see the thing anymore. It's like he exploded into this fire.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I wish to quickly, if we're out of combat, I wish to do the old
Well,
roll.
You're not really out of combat, but
Oh. So he's still alive then, this little thing?
no, he's not still alive. That's just out of game.
I would still just go ahead and put yourself out rather than continue to burn.
Yeah, I wish to do the old roll on the ground technique.
Oh man!
Rolling the soot and pat myself down and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Yeah, that's no problem. You feel, Echo. You feel the floor shaking, and the walls shaking somewhat, but some dust trickling down over where the light is from the ceilings and the walls as one tusk rolls
around over the light stone. I can see like giant shadows everywhere.
He's not that extremely big.
Well, but you're casting huge shadows because you're a huge creature and you're rolling over the light stone that you just cast light on repeatedly.
You're basically approximately about the same size and weight of a Goliath.
The room goes dark and then becomes light again.
I would have a Goliath be doing the same thing. You're talking a 300 plus large medium being, which stands about 7 to 8 foot tall, bouncing back and forth in this 15-foot wide hallway in the dark. Now, things, and this is, and keeping in mind, this is in a ruins.
Yeah. Once I put myself out and dab my robes, type thing, I look pretty annoyed.
Oh, okay.
And is it my turn now, or
wasn't that was your turn? Shooting and
okay,
exploding that. Now you do got to move, and your other actions that you can take.
Well, he was like dropping and rolling after he this thing, so I assume that was his turn.
Okay. Yeah, we can have it as his turn.
And you told me I saw him doing this and then caused dust and all that. So
it's too easy to take care of it in that way. Yeah, that's fine. You you see that pebble still about where it was?
I'm going to try and avoid getting rolled over by the elephant rolling back and forth in the hallway.
Okay.
And just do a dash action. Can rogues double dash, or is that just a myth?
Well, it's not a myth. The double dash is basic. Well, you're using your dash, which you can't in this case. You can use your move plus the dash is your bonus action because you shot and fired, but no, that was before. Okay, we're all good. I'm trying to get that down in my mind. But I think it's would be like you get your dash 60, and then it's like a 90-foot movement.
Okay. Then I'll move 90 up ahead of everybody, just kind of scouting everything out. And, if I see anything, I'll stop.
All right. You get about another, from where the stone is, about another 20 feet. And you do see some objects and off onto the side of what looks to be like a bigger open room.
Point out there's another room over here.
Well, this comes on into like a big open room.
Oh, it's a big open. Okay. Quick look around for like traps and whatnot, I guess.
All right. Give me your perception.
This is where I would put a trap if I was trapping this place. So.
Give me a perception.
It's 19.
You don't notice any.
Okay. Continue into the room. Is it well lit, or is it still just ass dark?
It's ass dark.
Yeah, I wish to follow, and I wish to cast light upon my task once I put myself out.
Okay, you get into the room, and with the light and like that as it's coming on in. And let's see here. The first one will be on FL. On 9, does that hit your AC? I don't think so.
No, my AC is 14. So what you see is Echo quickly like swats his hand in the air.
Okay. And a 21. Does that? I think that hits one tusk.
Yes, that hits one tusk. Anything above 17 will hit one tusk.
Okay. No, I remember that. It's just I'm being gracious, allowing the interaction. is that piece of it? But you take 5 more points of piercing damage, and you have a dagger sticking into your side. And one thing that you guys notice is all of a sudden, Sir Kills-a-Lot has disappeared.
Okay.
Where, you know, through your mind, I would imagine is like, where did he go? He's supposed to be helping us here. And
do I see the creatures with my light art tusk?
You see some movement in the corners of the room, and let me find this other pic to share with you of something that you will see. It should be. If not, I'll just give a quick. Oh, there it is. More. There.
Your computer did not like that.
I was just closing it out. Let's see here. I'll use because I want you to really get a chance to see it well.
Mhm.
Paint just had it too small, and where I can in this other program bring it on up. Right there, yeah. And that. In the center of the room, you see with the light that's on it something like this on the altar.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can I approach the altar?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
So, one to toss you may not want to.
You are in combat, remember?
All right. I approach the altar, of course, and then I shall heal myself.
Well,
I shall.
hold on. Before you heal yourself,
Mhm.
there's going to be an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you're moving out of his range and don't even know it.
And you'll feel another stab
All right.
into your back for 5 points.
All right. Okay. Ah.
As
All right.
far as that. So, and that's you. And you're going to cast heal upon your cure wounds upon yourself or whatever.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. And that'll take up your action there. That is your move and your action. That puts us back up on top.
So now I'm like facing the sort of like near the altar now with my light up tusk with a altar with the altar in front of me and that's what happens in some ways.
Oh, you guys got lucky. 2 misses. Daggers come flying from the corners at both of you, and they miss. They hit off your shields or just go a little wide. And that is them. And
Is there something in here like throwing these?
yes, there is. And it is Echo's turn.
Does it look like more of those little shits?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
All right.
It's a 21.
Okay, you definitely see the one that threw the dagger at you off into the left-hand corner, up on like a small pedestal area in that room. It looks to be standing on like almost like a pedestal shelf that's built into the wall, like where you could put a lamp or something along that line. Standing up there that threw it towards you.
I don't know if this would help or not. If you want me to make it a full action to try and figure out what these are. But I did roll a check to see what these things are, if I would recognize them or know anything about them.
Either a nature check or knowledge, history, or religion, whichever you want to. Because those 3 areas might have something about these creatures.
Okay. So I got a 19.
Okay. What did you...
On the history.
Okay, history.
History.
You've seen in some studies that you were reading of some ancient Underdark race that a book on exploring the darkness and creatures thereof, and mention a creature that it makes you think of of something asimilar to it, being that it's small. You know, it doesn't like the very bright light, and it's called the Darkling. And
Ooh.
you know it's of Fey ancestry.
But I don't know, like, generally what they're about or anything. Okay. That makes sense.
Just being about Fey, you know, that they're Fey. You know the basics of whatever tales tell you about Fey, and you know they can speak, and they speak Sylvan and Elvish.
Shit. What am I? I've got Common and Infernal. I'm gonna try and speak to them in Infernal and say, "There's no need to continue this fight. It would just lead to either y'all dying or us dying."
And you don't hear an answer back.
One Tusk probably looks over at me like, "What the hell? What evil language is that?" That's my free action. I don't know. I guess since they're not responding, I guess I fucking have to kill them.
Well, that is up to you. But.
I'm gonna fly over to the one that I can see. It's in the corner that threw one at me.
All right.
And draw my rapier as I do so and attack.
Oh, okay.
It's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
For 10 damage.
Okay. And you hear it gas quite loudly, and you see that it seems to be spewing a thick liquid from where you hit it. Alrighty, that will leave us with one Tusk then.
All right. So what I'll do is I shall quickly, like I shall quickly grab the papers from the thing. You know, pick up the scroll.
Oh God!
Yeah.
You need a dex saving throw.
Do I need one too?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Why do I need a dex saving throw?
Because he said so. He's the GM.
yeah. Because you.
I mean, I'm just picking it up with my hand. You know.
Yeah.
You set off the magic. I tried to warn you.
11.
All right. Let's see here. A flash of darkish purple and green light shoots up from it. And
Ooh.
oh no, wrong dice. I was gonna. Yeah.
Ooh.
I was using a D20. Good thing I realized I did wrong dice. I could probably be dead. All right. You take 6 points of, I want to say radiant damage, but it's not really radiant. It's more like necrotic, but not true necrotic damage.
Okay. Once I grab the scroll, I
Black radiant damage. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Once I take the scroll, I put it in my backpack, and then take the prone position with my shield up, and with my bonus action, I wish to cast Shield of Fate on myself.
Okay.
So now I'm prone, and also I've got a Shield of Fate. So if they wish to use missile weapons on me, they will have disadvantage, and they have to hit an armor class of 19.
Well, first, roll me a percentage dice.
All right. 100.
Oh, shit. I wish it was that.
That's either really good or really bad.
It's really bad. All right. Suddenly around you, you're surrounded by it says pack, but I'm not going to make it a pack. By 2 frenzied timber wolves, and you have your spell goes off other than that as expected.
Yeah, but I still can take the prone position, which I can do.
Oh yeah, you did that. That's no problem. You're just you're surrounded by a couple frenzied timber wolves, which is not what I kind of hoped for, but this is definitely taking a different bent. Okay, that's you up to there. The one from the right corner will move up to you and try to stab you with the blade.
He has advantage because he's prone.
Yep. And a 17 plus get a on the stagger attack, I get a +5 to hit, so that'd be a 22.
Okay, it hits me.
Okay, you take 5 more points of piercing damage from there, and
Okay.
7 points of additional piercing damage. Sneak attack is what it is.
Okay, I'm down to 1 hit point.
Okay. And now, let me see, Timberwolf.
Oh God.
Oh, that's a miss. I'm only giving him 1 attack instead of the multiple. And that will be a 14. So I think that misses you anyways out of them.
Yeah.
From there, we go over to Echo. Echo, you see this dark purple green light shoot on up. You see one tusk drop to the ground, say something, and then all of a sudden you see 2 timber wolves surround him, and this other black creature move up and stab at him. And you have the one that you're in front of that you just hit and gashed. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay. Okay.
19
That hit.
for another 10 points of damage.
Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You burst open with this big, brilliant light.
Do you need any
Natural
additional-
20.
Okay. You're not blinded, but anything that's not metal or magical is on fire with you.
Does any of the timber wolves attack the little goblin things?
And no, they're surrounded by you. You kind of.
I slide the body off my rapier and let it thunk against the ground and say, "You're next."
There's not a body. There's just a pile of ash.
Oh yeah, they just. That's no fun. It's no fun at all.
That's the creature. And I've had to adjust this on the fly because of the way the days progress.
Okay.
You were supposed to meet a green hag in here with the full party.
Uh.
So I just have the minions.
I guess I'm gonna take a full. I can't do anything this turn, but I guess next turn I'll be just putting myself out. So that's the end of my turn.
All right. And
I'll move closer to the other thing and try and catch it on fire, though.
okay. That sounds cool. One touch.
All right. So bonus. First I stand up. All right. Okay, which is a free action to do. I'm not moving, just standing up.
It's standing up is half your movement, so it's not a
Yes.
free action. It's actually
Half my movement.
that you
All
move.
right. All right. So then I shall use my War Priest ability,
Okay.
which is let's have a look. Right, I'm going to do this as a bonus action. I can swing my axe based on my wisdom modifier, which is 3 times. So I can swing my hammer 4 times at an enemy, right? Okay, all right, which is like
Your first level war priest, you've got delivers bolts of inspiration to you while you're engaged in battle. When you use this attack action, you can make 1 weapon attack as a bonus action.
So that's 2. It sounds like, not 4.
Yes.
And you can use the feature a number of times.
Yes, I can use it 3 times because my wisdom's.
It's the feature. You get 2 attacks.
Oh. All right. Okay. So in other words, I can use it 3 times a day.
2 attacks.
Yes. Yes. All right. Okay.
Not 4 in 1.
Right.
That would be cool, though. You probably want to heal yourself, though.
Yeah, I will do in a minute, and then I will do this. All right, which gives me +10 to hit the enemy.
What is that?
All right, so like
using channel divinity.
Yeah,
make your attack rolls.
In other words, like my hammer glows with a bright light, and I get +10 to my attack. So I need to somehow give this a +10 somehow.
Or what are you attacking, though?
I'm going to attack I'm attacking the dire wolf. All right. So the
Timberwolf.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to attack one of them. This will be a +10 to the roll. All right. So this is the first one. All right. At the direwolf. All right. So it's the first one, and I will swing at him. A 19.
All right, that hit.
All right, and then I get swing a should I take another swing or not? Yeah, I'll take another swing.
Yeah. I would rather you heal yourself, but
yeah.
Well, he can't heal himself this round.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's already attacked, so.
Yep.
I can still use I still can use a bonus action.
No, you can't. You've already used your bonus action actually twice.
Unless he's got healing word. Oh, he's what?
Yeah. The channel divinity is a bonus action.
Okay.
And then his bonus action prior to that, but I'm allowing it because you it's a rule of cool, I guess.
All right, cool. And then I shall try and hit him, and I'm going to hit him again, the actual wolf again.
Well, first let me get the damage.
All right, so the first damage is... Hang on, I've got to put in damage. The damage is 5.
Okay.
All right,
you hear a loud howl of pain from him.
All right, and then the second one will be the same, on the same wolf.
Okay.
With a +10.
Okay.
All right. Ah!
All right.
So are you channeling divinities now?
And then well, I can use this feature once, the +10, but the other one with the multi attack I can use 3 times a day.
Okay.
Alright, and I should do, how much damage do I do to him? 1d10 plus 1.
You do more than 5. All right.
I do a maximum of 15.
He goes.
Push!
He goes quiet, and you see his back break, and his legs go out from underneath him, and such. So, all right. Are you going to move, or are you going to stand there? You have another wolf. You have one wolf on you, and one of these dark onto you, and you only have half the movement left.
And I shall stay where I am, but in a standing position with my shield of faith glowing around me.
Okay. And we'll go up to them. See if the wolf will hit you first. I'll say that doesn't hit you. And the darkling, well, actually, yep. All right. So, 17 hit you.
Nope.
All right. You hear a clang, clang, and there will drop to Echo.
So, because I'm still technically on fire at the start of the round, does anything happen to me, or?
No, it's just that your stuff is is set afire. You'll be singed and like that.
Okay.
I have to worry so much about it.
Okay, I want to attack something. I feel like that's necessary right now, but I don't want my stuff to burn up. So
You can attack one of the wolves that are on me. They don't blow up in flames.
well, my stuff's already still on fire, so I guess I'll have to spend an action to like get this fire out.
It's out.
And then I'll use my bonus action to disengage the 2 enemies.
Okay.
While I'm doing so, I'll pull out my bow again, put my rapier away.
All right. That's done.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And now we're over to One Tuss. What are you doing?
All right. So bonus action first. I'm going to do healing word on myself.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
And then I shall puts me on 7, and I shall swing at the dire. Is there a swing at one of the dire wolves?
There's only one other timber wolf. It's not a dire
Yeah, I
wolf.
see. And is he? Oh, is he undead?
No, he's a timber wolf.
Timber
He's
wolf.
a natural beast.
All right, I'll swing at him then.
Okay.
Bush.
All right. 9 bludgeoning. Okay.
That's all I can do.
All right. And that puts them up. That dire wolf is hurting. You see it limping a little bit, but he's going to bite back at you. And that is a 19. Does that
That
hit?
hits me. Yes, it does.
And the other little darkling will go at you. And a 21. So take 5 points of piercing damage from the dagger from the darkling. And
20?
no.
Oh, I thought he said 20.
No, I said 5.
Oh, okay. That scared me.
Okay.
And take 3 points of piercing damage from the bite from the timber wolf.
And I go down.
Oh no.
And it's Echo's turn.
Echo, it's like, oh shit. I'm gonna try and shoot the wolf.
Okay.
It's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
5 points of damage.
The wolf cries in pain and falls over, laying there bleeding out, and some of the blood running upon the large feet of One Tusk.
I'm sorry, One Tusk. There's nothing I can do for you. Ready another arrow for the other guy. Bonus action. I can't. I'm gonna try and hide behind the altar if I can. If it's,
Go
there's
ahead.
enough room.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious where I'm going and hiding.
Well,
Like,
the light was on, actually on One Tusk, and so the shadows changed when he fell. So that's why I'm saying, go ahead, roll still. You know, see what his perception is against it.
it's 17.
Okay. Okay, and he doesn't
So-
seem to notice you.
Just casually tumbles across the ground and is behind the altar now. End of my turn.
Oh, okay. And he seems to be crouching and moving back into the darkness, looking around, and he's reaching for the scroll. And let's see here.
I'm quite large.
Do the dex check for him. That plus 16. He has some purple greenish light shoots up as soon as he touches the scroll and such, and then along with it, the room lightens on up, and the rest of One Tusk and the Timberwolves. One Tusk's material is back on fire.
So he killed himself with the scroll?
Yes, he did. And, the wolves are on fire, so we're out of initiative.
I go put out One Tusk.
Okay, One Tusk, give me a death saving throw, though.
Okay.
All right, you're 1 to the good. And what are you doing, Echo?
I don't actually have any like training in this, so I feel like I would just make shit worse. I'm gonna, however, I will take that little box that I was given and try and collect the scroll up if it's not burnt up.
It's not burnt up.
I'll try and like use the top of the lid to like pull the thing in, so I don't actually touch it with my hands.
Okay, well, you'll get it on in there.
Can I close it?
Yeah, I'll let you close it. That's not a big issue. Doing anything else?
Kind of nudge One Tusk with one good tusk with my foot, trying to wake him up. Like,
Yeah, you can. One Tusk, give me another death saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, 1 to the bad. You must have hurt him when you did that. He seems to be bleeding a little worse. All right.
Yep, I shouldn't have touched him.
That's the only way
Kinda-
to call that one.
I'm gonna go sit on the altar, kind of cross my legs and wait. See if he pulls through.
Oh, okay. Another failed one. Damn. Come on.
Can I spend inspiration?
Yeah, you can always use inspiration.
Okay. All right. Inspiration.
You got it. And I know you got one, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, that's one to the good. That's two to the good there and one to the bad. And you're just sitting on the altar, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to do anything special.
You're not inspecting the room, inspecting the good.
I'm just making sure, like, if I'm sitting on this thing, I don't want to, like, it to be sinking in and causing more traps to go off or something, obviously.
Doesn't seem to. Okay. One tusk is stable, but he ain't moving. He doesn't.
So he's breathing again now, at least.
Yeah, very shallow, very hollow. The bleeding is clotting.
Takes a good solid hour to come out of it.
It hurts you a lot worse than that when you go down like that and you're not brought back and start to fire.
Short rest is what, an hour?
Sort of.
Or is it 8 hours? And it's 8 hours, ain't it?
Yep.
Shit. Pop open the box and you try and use my Arcana skill to figure out what it says, hopefully.
Are you touching it? And
I'm not touching it. I'm just reading.
Unrolling it?
Huh?
Are you unrolling it?
I don't want to touch this thing. If I have to fucking get something out of my backpack to fucking to unroll it, then that's what's happening.
Okay.
Let me see what I got.
Using the lid.
We'll use pittons. I'll use two pittons to kind of unroll it and kind of hold it in place.
Where are you doing it? On the altar or on the floor next to one tusk?
Yeah, just be kind of like Deadpooling it, kind of sitting with my legs up in the air, kind of like, with the box open.
Oh, okay.
Kicking my feet up in the air.
Is it on the altar?
It's not on the altar. I'm laying down on my belly, like next to the wolves that have been burnt up.
Okay.
And one tusk.
All right. Give me an Arcana check.
It's 21.
Okay. You are having one hell of a hard time with the scroll, but you pick out a couple words that translate the best of your knowledge in your languages as a ruby, must have, and then over on another section you'll see blood.
Oh. I'll take out my dagger and just cut open my hand a little bit.
Okay.
And drop a little blood on the scroll and see what happens.
All right. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw for this. That's interesting. 10.
All right. There's a large flash. And then all of a sudden, you kind of pass out, almost like your body's been racked hard and tired. And you see kind of a reddish, almost a blood red flash around before you pass on out. And then you appear along with one tusk in the center of the arena in Illumina. And inside the box, the box is closed right now because you haven't looked at it.
Okay. Kind of look around and just. So, did I feel like a sharp pain or anything, or?
No, just the sharp pain from you stabbing yourself or slicing yourself.
Okay.
Nothing unusual.
I'm going to, I guess, try and look and see if the scroll's still there, if it did anything to the scroll.
Okay. The scroll is not there, but you see this very deep, rich ruby the size of a softball sitting in there that is many faceted.
I think I might have found it on accident.
One might say.
Kind of look around. So we're like in the arena in Illumina.
Yep.
Is there anybody like out in the crowds, or like are we in the center, or
It
are we
seems
just
empty, and yes, you're in the center.
I guess I'll try and fly up and look around, see if I can see the UAG from here.
Yeah, you can see it. You fly up high enough.
Is there a way for us to get out of the arena to go that way, or?
Yeah, you just walk out the gate.
Okay. Well, I'll
Doesn't
fly
seem,
back down and.
Doesn't seem like the arena's, locked up, locked in at this moment.
Cool. So I guess
for one touch. You'll see that there seems to be a couple workers coming on in with this big heavy wagon and pitchforks and such, and the wagon looks like it's stout enough that it could probably carry one tusk. One tusk is still.
All right, so
pretty
I
much
limber over to the wagon.
Is he still out?
You're still out.
Okay.
Okay. I'll help them drag him up on the wagon then.
All right, no problem.
Give him a back rub and pat him on the back.
They're going to look at him as strange because they've never seen
an elephant man.
An elephant man in Illumina until this point, and they'll definitely take him to the take you all to the UAG. At the UAG, Pincus asked for the if you were successful or not.
I'll present him the box
and he'll
show him.
And he'll say thank you, and he'll call Quartermaster Bob and say, "Put this in the vault. Be careful with it." And then he'll come on over and he'll pour 2 healing potions down one tusk's throat, and he'll be asking Echo, "What is this? Where did you find this?" And you'll get,
it was
12 back there, one tusk.
I saw this as we came down this long hallway where these fey creatures lived called Darklings. I think they were more like Dorklings. They turned into hot gas when you hit them. That flashes and lights you on fire. At the very end, I found this scroll, and then one tusk here, he passed out, and I put blood on the scroll and it became this, I think.
Okay, thank you. And um, Pincus will say, they give you a bag of gold, of 65 pieces of gold. And,
65.
Yep, and he'll say your UAG dues are taken out of that. And since One Tusk isn't really a member of the UAG, he'll say, but we'll treat him like a member, and if he gets his wits about him and he wants to join, then that'd be good. And he'll give One Tusk a bag of 65 gold pieces, and
Nice.
And he'll say, if you desire, here's a token to each of you for a room and
how many gold pieces did you give?
Both of you got 65 gold pieces.
Okay.
But you also get a token for a room and a meal and a night's worth of drink over at the Silver Tower.
Nice.
Which is catty corner across the street.
And I thank the gnome or the little person.
Yeah.
I say thank you, whoever you are, kind sir. I appreciate you bringing me back into this world. I am eternally grateful. My name is One Tusk. I am on a quest to find poachers, hunters who have almost killed out my race throughout the years, and I wish to claim vengeance for what they have done to my race.
You're talking about race. Pincus will say, I've never seen anything like you. Where are you from? And what do you call yourself other than One Tusk? You look like a creature that we're used to seeing in the savannas in parts of Airewood, called the elephant.
Yes, I am a loxton. I am an elephant species. I am from a place beyond.
In Airewood, you're from the only place where the rabbinic and races come from is the Isle of Dorse. That's why I started you there.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, I tell him that I come from that area, and I am called a loxton. We are.
And you can be either from Mithrod or
Mithrod. I'm from Mithrod. I say I am from Mithrod. I am a loxton species. Like I said, I am on a honorable quest to hunt down or to get payback for all those hunters and pillagers who have stolen my ancestors' ivory throughout the years, and I wish to smite them and get rid of them once and for all. This is the payback I wish to get upon them.
All right. And Pincus will say, well, that sounds like an honorable goal, I guess. But
you figure about it. My species have been hunted for years for their ivory and their precious plumage of tusk. Our feet have been turned to ashtrays. Our skins have been turned to levers of pleasure by the hunters that hunt us. No more! No more! I shall hunt these people down and smite them out of existence.
All right, and Pincus will say, when you get your rest, please come back and we can talk about your race and about Mithrod and what the cultures are around there, and possibly we can assist you. But we need to know, where Mithrod is in this Isle of Dorse per se, and such, and how you all got back here. And he'll turn to Echo and like the adventure sounds interesting and such. It must be the chaos magic that was around, or the ancient magic that, or a gate or something that brought you back here. Where did you end up back here? Did you end up at the gate at the temple in the swamp and travel here, or did you end up outside of Lumina? Maybe
We started at the arena.
the arena, and he'll pause for a moment. That's interesting. We didn't realize they had such a gate or portal that went there.
When y'all teleported us away, it took us to some old ruins.
Ah, we'll have to hear more about these ruins and maybe investigate them at some point.
Well, my good friend, you have lost one of your comrades, a mighty barbarian dragonborn. He got lost in that temple. We do not know what happened to him.
Well,
Yeah, he probably went mad from the fact that the structures did not make sense.
yeah, it could be. Yeah, we'll have to maybe send a party there to try to find them and see what did happen to him. And
Indeed.
Didn't we not walk into a wall one task? Like, you remember?
Yes. Well, it was a very dangerous place, and there was a mystical scroll of great entity and power.
It became the shot in one task. I tried to warn you not to touch it.
Yeah. I do not fear anything.
Maybe next time you should. It's the reason you passed out, I believe.
The only thing that I am afraid of is the dreaded mice. Ah!
I will remember this once I become a wizard.
They give me nightmares, the dreaded mice. And especially the pink elephants.
I know what I want to go spend my money on now, Pincus.
all right.
Kind of elbows Pincus a little bit.
And he'll give a side smirk, and we'll go ahead and we'll end it right here.
Nice.